Okay, hi all. Good afternoon to all of you. Okay, now we're already in week 11. So the topic for the topic for this week is this one, global marketing and also R&D. So when we talk about marketing, you already learn about marketing management. So there's not much thing that I want to touch in this chapter. Okay. This is introduction. Okay, you must know what is a marketing. When we talk about marketing, we normally have the marketing mix. Okay, the marketing mix actually the choice of the firm offer to its target market. What are the things that the firm offer to their target market? Normally, it comprises of four component. Okay, they have a product attributes, distribution strategy, communication strategy, and also pricing strategy. Okay, this are we going to learn today. Okay, I know you already learned about this in this marketing management, so I just want to repeat again, okay, for you to maybe to memorize. Okay, now we proceed to the next slide. The globalization of markets and also brands. There's a Theodore Levitt. They argue that world market were becoming increasingly similar, making it unnecessary to localize the marketing mix. So Levitt's theory has become lightning rod in the debate about globalization. So the current consensus is that while the world is moving towards global market, cultural and economic differences among nations limits any trend towards global consumer tastes and also preferences. So in addition, trade barriers and differences in product and technical standards also limit a firm's ability to sell a standardized product to a global market. So because of this barrier, barrier is actually this kind of barrier is actually in the culture and also economic difference make it very hard to sell the standardized product to a global market. Okay, next we have the market segmentation. I think this market segmentation is most popular terms in marketing, right? So market segmentation is actually involve identifying this distinct group of the consumer whose purchasing behavior differs from others in important ways. On all the other words, okay, market segmentation is actually the activity of dividing a broad customer or the business market normally consists of existing and potential customer into subgroup of the customer. Okay, you can the market segmentation, maybe you categorize them into a segment such as maybe their demographic, maybe their psychographic, behavioral or geographic. So this is market segmentation. So normally this market segmentation, you can segment the market based on these four, okay, by the geography, demography, social culture factor, and also psychological factors. Okay, so firms need to be aware the two key market segmentation issues. So you as an organization, you must aware of these two key market segmentation issues. First, the differences between countries in the structure of market segment. The differences between countries in the structure of market segments, and the existence of segments that transcends national borders. So when the segment transcends national borders, a global strategy is possible. Okay, this transcend is actually beyond, or we can say beyond the limits. Okay, beyond the range. So the existence of segment that beyond the national border means that when the segment beyond the national border, a global strategy is possible. Okay, now we go to the first marketing mix. The first component of marketing mix, we have the product attribution. Okay, product attribution. Okay, product attributes. A product is like a bundle of attributes. Okay, products sell well when their attributes match consumer needs. When the attributes or characteristics match the customer needs, then products can have demand and they can sell well. So if consumer needs were the same everywhere, a firm could sell the same product worldwide. But consumer needs vary from country to country, depending on the culture and the level of economic development. Okay, or on the other words, okay, product attributes is actually the additional characteristic of product, additional characteristic of the product. For example, the product attributes is can be size and color. Okay, size and color. You first create the attribute such as size. Okay, it can be size, color, weight, volume, smell, touch, taste, quantity, or material composition. Okay, for example, when you want to buy a new car, you might consider tangible attributes such as its size. Okay, car is many car, so maybe you can find this kind of attributes as a size, color, and also material composition. Maybe you like the car with the small size, or maybe you like the car with the big size. It's up to you. So, one of the marketing mix component is product attributes. Okay, so the factors that influence product attributes is actually the cultural differences, economic development, and also product and technical standards. Okay, now we proceed to the cultural difference. Okay, I know everyone know what is a cultural difference means. So cultural countries, they differ along the range of the cultural dimension that is including their tradition, social structure, language, religion, and also education. So this is the things, the factors that normally make countries, their culture are different from one country to another country. This include their tradition. In Malaysia, we have different tradition compared to US, for example. And in Malaysia, we have a different, maybe we have a similar tradition dalam Southeast Asia, but if we compare to maybe with the Middle East or something, so we have a different tradition, social culture, our language also different, religion, and also education. So I give you the example. So this different, they have important implication to for marketing strategy. Okay, for example, I give you example that hamburger, you know, the real hamburger, like hamburger is made apa daripada ham lah. Okay, hamburger don't sell in the Islamic countries where the consumption of the ham is actually forbidden in Islamic law. As you can see in Malaysia, we don't have any burger that made from pork. Okay, we don't have it due to we are most of our, I mean, because Malaysia, we not like Thailand, right? If you go to Thailand, they have this pork hamburger or that thing, right? But in Malaysia, we don't have it. Okay, so while there are some cultural convergence among nations, Levitt's vision of global market is still long way off. So this is a culture different from the marketing management. So from the marketing mix, from the product attributes. So if you want to open maybe a business in a country, that's why they always say you must learn about the country culture first. Okay, you cannot simply go and do the business there. Okay, at least you must have knowledge, you must learn, and you do some research about that country. Okay, next is economic development. Okay, a country's level of economic development has important marketing implication. Okay, a country level of economic development has important marketing implications. So consumer in highly developed country tend to demand a lot of extra performance attributes. So consumer in the less developed nation tend to prefer more basic product. So in economic development, consumer behavior is influenced by the level of economic development of the country. Firms based in increasingly developed country, such as the United States, they tend to build the first of extra performance attributes into their product. Okay, they based on the economic development, how that country in high developed countries such as US, right, they tend to build a lot of extra performance attributes into their products. Okay, the next factor of product attributes is products and technical standards. So according to that, Levitt say the notion of the global marketing does not allow for the national difference in product and technological standard that force firm to customize the marketing mix. So the different different government, their mandate product standards can rule out mass production and marketing of the standardized product. Different government mandate product standards can rule out mass production and marketing of the standardized product. Okay, next we move to the second components of marketing mix, which is distribution strategy. Okay, now let's proceed with the distribution strategy. So a firm distribution strategy, or the means it chooses for the delivery the products to the consumer, is a critical element of the marketing mix. How you want to distribute your product to your consumer, how you want to deliver your product to the consumer. So how a product is delivered depends on the firm's market entry strategy. So firms that manufacture the product locally can sell directly to the consumer, to the retailer, or to the wholesaler. So firms that manufactured outside the country have the same option plus the option of selling to an import agent. So this distribution strategy is actually a method of disseminating goods and services to the end user. How you want to deliver your product or services to your end user. So implementing the most efficient distribution method for your business is the key to obtaining revenue and to retaining customer loyalty. So some companies they use multiple distribution method to adhere to different consumer bases. So the distribution strategy also important in your marketing mix. You must know what kind of the strategy distribution method that you want to give to your consumer. So it's up to you. I think you already learned in the marketing management. Okay, this is the typical distribution system. We have a manufacturer inside the country, so you can be to manufacturer outside the country. So manufacturer outside the country, you can go to the import agent, and you go to the wholesale distributor, retail distributor, and also to final consumer. So this is a typical distribution system. Okay, next we move. There are four main difference in distribution system. Okay, the difference in distribution system include the retail concentration, channel length, channel exclusivity, and also channel quality. So there are four main different in distribution system. So we go one by one. The retail concentration. So the retail concentration in the concentrate retail system, a few retailer most of the market. A few retailer, they supply most of the market. We call it as a concentrated retail system. The fragmented retail system, there are many retailers, no one of which has a major share of the market. They have many retailers, but none of the retailer have the share with the market. Concentrate retail block, only few retail supply most of the market, hanya segelintir retailer saja. So developed countries tend to have greater retail concentration, while developing countries are more fragmented. Okay, so it's normal. If you have a developed country, normally you are from the developed country, normally you are the one who control all this distribution in the world. So this retail concentration, they actually refer to the market share generally belong to the top 4 or 5 mass distribution firms present in the regional market as percentage of the total. So this retail concentration is the market that normally they are big market distribution firm present in the regional market. Next we have channel length. Channel length. Okay, channel length refer to the numbers of the intermediaries between the producer and the consumer. Okay, this is the producer and this is the consumer. The between. Okay, we call this channel length. Sepanjang mana is whether it's long, the channel is long or not. So when the producer sells directly to customer, the channel was very short. Producer sells directly to the consumer, so we call it as a channel length is short. When the producer sells through an import agent, a wholesaler, and a retailer, a long channel exists. Okay, you are producer, you go to the wholesaler, then you go to retailer, and then so import dulu, wholesaler, retailer, and baru end user. So this channel is actually long channel. Okay, the countries with the fragmented retail system tend to have a longer channel. Macam tadi, fragmented retail ni, many retailer but no one have a major share with the market. So if you have this fragmented retail system, so you tend to have this longer channel. Okay, while the countries with concentrated system, they have short channels. Concentrated system, they more to have a shorter one. So you go to the you are the producer, direct to the customer. Okay, the internet is helping to shorten channel length, as in the emergence of large storage like Walmart and Tesco. So you can see now, if Tesco now, you can just you can make it that short now, because the internet already help them to make them short. So you just go to the internet and order, and they can sell indirectly to you. Okay. Okay, then we have a channel exclusivity. So an exclusive distribution channel is one that is difficult for outsiders to access. This called is exclusive because it's very exclusive, very hard for others to access the channel. So Japan system is example of a very exclusive system. So you can see in Japan it's very hard for you to enter because they have exclusive distribution channel. Okay, next we have a channel quality. So channel quality refers to the expertise, competencies and skills of established retailers in a nation and their ability to sell and support the products of international businesses. So the quality of the retailers is good in most developed countries but variable at best in the emerging markets and less developed countries. Firms may find that they have to devote considerable resources to upgrading channel quality. So that's why it's very important for you to choose the best channel for your marketing. So because the channel quality, they're going to have, like, if you have a good country from the most developed countries, normally the quality of retailer is good, the channel quality is good, but variable at the best if emerging market and less from the developed country. So the quality from, for example, you are from US, so that US means you have quality in your channel. Okay, channel in marketing, bukan channel TV. So I hope you know what is channel mean. Okay, so before we proceed now, I want to tell you the code for this week punya quiz. Okay, the code is it's very noisy in my house now. Okay. IB11 Global Marketing. IB11 Global Marketing. IB11 Global Marketing. Okay, that's a code for this week. Okay, let's proceed to the next channel. Let's proceed to the next slide. Okay, next we go to the choosing a distribution channel. Choosing a distribution channel. Okay, so the choice of distribution channel determines which channel the firm will use to reach potential consumer. The optimal strategy depends on the relative cost and benefit of each alternative. Since each intermediary in the channel adds its own markup to the produced product, there is generally a critical link between channel length and the firm's profit margin. So when the price is important, a shorter channel is better. So because you can see nowadays, if you have a lot of channel in between, so they're going to affect the price also. Okay, for example, that's why kita tengok kalau setengah barang kan dapat daripada producer murah je, tapi bila end user it become expensive because there are too many long channel. Okay, from this agent to this agent, from this agent to this agent, then come to you because they already mark up the price. Okay, so it is important for you. The shorter the channel is the better. For example, I want to sell something, so I go directly to the producer. Then with that producer, I can get the very cheaper price, and I can sell mark up a bit from the price. So it's not too much, like the price is not going to like increase too much. That's why the shorter channel is better. A long channel can be beneficial because it economizes on selling costs when the retail sector is very fragmented and can offer access to the exclusive channel. Long channel is good if you want to have the economic selling costs, okay. And when you are when your retail sector is fragmented, I told you what is a fragmented before, okay. So it's very important for you to choose the best distribution strategy, best channel, what channel you want to use. Okay, next we go to the third component of communication mix, which is communication strategy. Okay, so communicating product attributes to the prospects customer is a critical element in the market mix. So you need to communicate with your what the product they have to the prospective customer. Okay, how a firm communicates with the consumer depends partly on the choice of the channel. How you want to communicate with your customer, it depends how what kind of channel that you want to use. So communication channel available to the firm, they include the direct selling, sales promotion, direct marketing and advertising. Direct selling ni macam you pergilah, okay, I want to sell this directly, okay, to the customer. Okay, direct selling is actually a direct personal presentation, demonstration and the sale of product or services to the consumer, usually in their homes or at their job. You can see that if you go to the mall, people like stop you and sell their product direct to you. So that is a direct selling. Okay, next we have a sales promotion. So sales promotion is actually the short-term incentive to initiate trial or purchase. So normally this sales promotion, they include the several communication activities that attempt to provide added value or incentive to the customer, wholesaler, retailer and also other organizational customer to stimulate immediate sales. Okay, example of the sales promotion, they include maybe the contest. Okay, you can give a contest, the coupon, maybe freebies, loss leader, point of purchase display, premium price, product sample, rebates and so on. There's a lot of ways how you want to do the sales promotion. Okay, next we have direct marketing. Okay, direct marketing is the business of selling a product or services directly to the public. For example, by mail order or telephone selling rather than through retailers. Okay, this direct marketing include the email, online adverts, flyers, database marketing, promotional letter, newspaper and so on. Then we have advertising. Okay, lastly we have the channel of the communication is the communication in the marketing mix, advertising. Okay, what is advertising? You can maybe use the print advertising in newspaper, magazine, brochure, advertisement, and you can do the broadcast advertisement, outdoor advertising, digital advertising, billboard and so on. Okay, this is other communication channel that available to a firm that you can choose. There's a lot of channel actually, so this is what we call as a common one. Okay, next we go to the barriers to international communication. So what are the barriers that can block the international communication? So international communication, they occur whenever a firm uses a marketing message to sell its product in another country. So the effectiveness of the firm international communication can be threatened or jeopardized by these three things. Okay, these are the three I can see the barrier of the international communication. Okay, first we have cultural barrier, sources and country of origin effect, and also noise level. Okay, first we have the cultural barrier. What's actually cultural barrier? Okay, it can be difficult to communicate message around culture. A message that means one thing in one country may mean something quite different in another. So to overcome culture barriers, firm needs to develop cross-cultural literacy and use local input when developing marketing message. So one of the culture barrier can be a language. Okay, for example, if you do the business that they not use English as their mother tongue, so you as producer, okay, you must overcome this culture and you need to learn their culture and you need to learn their language in order for you to you can use a local input input when developing marketing message. Or instead of use English, maybe can use Mandarin and hire people to do the message in Mandarin. Okay, that's a meaning of first one, cultural barrier. Okay, second one is source and country of origin effect. So source effect occur when the receiver of the message evaluate the message on the basis of the statue or image of the sender. Firms can counter negative sources effect by deep precising of their foreign origin. So country of the origin effect refer to the extent to which of place of manufacturer influence product evaluation. Okay, on the other words, the country of origin effect, COE, they're known as a made-in image, and the nationality bias and is a psychological effect describing how consumer attitudes, perceptions, and purchasing decisions are influenced by the product country of origin. Labeling, which may differ to where a brand is based. Okay. Origin is usually indicated by means of the product's label, such as made in China. Okay, such made in China. When the consumer are aware of the product's origin, okay, the product country of origin, they may react positively or negatively. For example, if okay, or like you now, okay, and all the product that made in China, you can maybe some of you will think negative and some of you will think positive. Okay, that is the sources and country of origin effect. Okay, next barrier to the international business is the noise level. So noise refers to the amount of other messages competing for a potential consumer attention. In highly developed country, noise is very high. In developed country, noise level tend to be low. Okay, this is the noise level. Okay, when you develop marketing information for your business, you want to communicate one central message or idea. So in marketing, noise is anything that distract from your message. Okay, this is a noise. So noise can be caused by too many messages, and noise also can be created when your message is too similar to those of competitors. So you must know your noise level. Okay, next we proceed to the push versus pull strategy. Okay, firms have to choose between two types of communication strategy. We have a push strategy and also pull strategy. Push strategy emphasizes of personal selling, while pull strategy is mass media advertising. So the choice between this strategy, it depends on these three things. Okay, whether you want to choose push or push or pull strategy, it depends on these three. First is product type and also consumer sophisticated, channel length, and also media availability. So this push strategy, as I told you, personal selling. Okay, so a push marketing strategy, also called a push promotional strategy, they refer to the strategy in which a first attempts to take its products to consumer, to push them onto consumer. So push marketing strategy are commonly used to gain and increase product exposure, while pull strategy promotional strategy use advertising to build up consumer demand for the product and services. For example, you're going to advertising children toys on children's television show. It's actually one of the pull strategy. Pull strategy, you like tarik. Pull strategy means you attract people to buy your products. Push, you are the one who push. You are the one who push yourself to sell your product to the consumer, to the customer. Okay, this is a push and also pull strategy. Okay, first strategy is product types and also consumer sophisticated. So firms in the consumer goods industry that are trying to sell to a large market segment usually use a pull strategy. So firms that sell industrial products typically prefer a push strategy. For normally, the firms that they have a good industry, that big company normally they use the push strategy. While the firms that normally that they don't that small, okay, they normally use the push strategy. Channel length. A push strategy can work better without longer distribution channel. Okay. Then we have the media availability. A push strategy relies on the access of advertising media, because they are going to show the advertising in the media, then people will see and people will buy. When the media is not easily available, a push strategy may be more attractive. Okay, the optimal mix between push and pull strategy depends on products type and the consumer sophistication, channel length, and also media sophistication. Push strategy tend to be emphasized on for industrial products and complex new product. This is a push one. When distribution channels are short and when few print of electronic media is available. But push strategy is better for the consumer goods product when distribution channels are long and also when sufficient print and electronic media are available to carry the marketing message. Okay, next we have the global advertising. Okay, standardizing advertising worldwide has both pro and also cons. Okay, the pros of the standardized advertising makes sense when it has a significant economic advantage, create talent in the sky, and one long effort to develop a campaign will be more successful than numerous smaller effort, and also brand names are global. So this is standard advertising, global marketing. Global advertising is more the pro is more make sense if the brands are global. And standard advertising does not make sense when cultural differences among nations are significant. Country differences in advertising regulation block the implementation of the standardized advertising. So some firms have been trying tactics to capture the benefits of the global standardization while responding to the individual's cultural and legal environments. So some features of the campaign are standardized while other customized to local market. So you want to do the global advertising, so you must see the different things. I mean, if they have a culture difference, so you cannot go the global advertising, because for example, I can see maybe some of the country in Europe, if you want to do the advertising related with the alcohol, for them is normal, but in Malaysia normally we don't do this kind of advertising in Malaysia. So the culture different among the nation are significant, means this the standardized advertising does not make sense using if you have the culture difference. I remember when I still young, the cigarette punya advertising is like you can see everywhere in the TV and so on. But once the government they are ban the advertisement of cigarette, so after that it's very hard for you to see the cigarette advertisement anymore. Okay, but not in the Europe and not the other country. Okay. Okay, next we go to the last component of the pricing of the marketing mix, which is a pricing strategy. So international pricing is an important element in the marketing mix. Okay, you must know the international pricing. The pricing, you must know lah. There are three issues that need to be considered in the pricing strategy: the case of the price discrimination, strategic pricing, and also regulation that affect pricing decision. So we go the first one, the price discrimination. So what is actually price discrimination? It occurs when the firms charge consumer in a different country different price for the same product. The firms using price discrimination hope it will boost profit. For the price discrimination to work, the firm must be able to keep national market separate, and different price elasticity of demand must exist in different country. Have you ever see that there's a lot of price discrimination here, especially if you see all the import product and that you can see in Malaysia. If for example you go the price for maybe Zara the clothes, maybe H&M. So if you go to the America, the price are really cheap, but in Malaysia the price are different, it's expensive. Okay, this is the example of the price discrimination. Okay, next we have a strategic pricing. So strategic pricing, they have three aspects: predatory pricing, multi-point pricing, and also experience curve pricing. Okay, predatory pricing, they involve using the profit gain in one market to support aggressive pricing design to drive competitors out in another market. After the competitors have left, the firm will raise price. This is predatory pricing. Okay, next we have multi-point pricing. Multi-point pricing refers to the fact that a firm pricing strategy in one market may have impact on a rival's pricing strategy in other market. So aggressive pricing in one market may elicit the competitive response from a rival in another critical market. For manager, it is important to centrally monitor pricing decision around the world. So aggressive pricing is one market may elicit a response from rivals in another market. And third one is experience curve pricing. Firms that are further along the experience curve have a cost advantage relative to firms further up to the curve. So firms pursuing an experience curve pricing strategy price low worldwide in an attempt to build global sales volume as rapid as possible, even in this means taking large loss initially. So normally, okay, we have three aspects of strategic pricing. We have predatory pricing, multi-point pricing, and experience curve pricing. Okay, next we have a regulatory influences of price. So the use of the either price discrimination or strategic pricing may be limited by the national or international regulations. A firm's ability to set on price may be limited by the anti-dumping regulation and also competition policy. So anti-dumping regulation. So the word dumpings, they occurs whenever a firm sell a product for a price that is less than the cost of the producing it. For example, the cost is 2 ringgit, but you sell at 1 ringgit. So this is what called as dumping. So anti-dumping rules set a floor under export price and limit the firm ability to pursue strategic pricing. Then we have the competition policy. Most industrial nations have regulation designed to promote competition and restrict monopoly practice. So the regulation can be used to limit the price that the firm can charge. Okay. Okay, configuring the marketing mix. So we are almost done. Okay, standardization versus customization is not all or nothing concept. Most firms standardize something and customize others. So firms should consider the costs and benefits of standardizing and customizing each element of the marketing mix. Okay, new product development. So today competition is much about the technological innovation as anything else. The pace of technological change is faster than ever. So product life cycle are often very short. New innovation can make existing products obsolete, but at the same time open the door to a host of new opportunities. So firms today need to make the product innovation a priority, and this requires close link between R&D, marketing, and also manufacturing. Then we have a location of R&D. R&D refers to the research and development. So the new product ideas come from the interaction of the scientific research, demand condition, and also competitive condition. So the rate of the new product development is greater in the countries where more money is spent on basic and applied research and also development. Demand is strong, consumers are affluent, and also competitors is intense. So if you have a product and services, okay, you cannot like living in that product that you have now without doing this R&D, because this product, especially technology now, they are rapidly changing. So you must have the good research and development to innovate, to improve, to increase the productivity. To increase your product, maybe you can add more attributes or something like that. Okay, you must have something that align with the technology nowadays. Okay, contohnya kalau you nak produce phone, you tak boleh produce phone macam Nokia 3310. You must produce phone that at least align, or at least sama rata, at least apa kita panggil, sama dengan what the new phone have in the market now. Okay, so that's why R&D is important. Okay, integrating R&D, marketing and production. So new product development has a high failure rate. So to reduce the chance of failure, new product development efforts should involve close coordination between R&D, marketing, and also production. So this integration will ensure that customer needs drive product development. New products are designed for the ease of manufacture. Development costs are kept in check, and time to market is minimized. There we have cross-functional teams. The cross-functional integration is facilitated by cross-functional product development teams. So effective cross-functional team should be led by the heavyweight project manager with status in the organization, include members from all the critical functional areas, have members located together, establish clear goal, develop an effective conflict resolution process. Okay, to educate commonly new technology, firms need to integrate R&D and marketing. Commercialization of new technology may require firms to develop different versions for different countries. This may require R&D centers in North America, Asia, and Europe that are closely linked by formal and informal integrating mechanism with marketing operation in each country in their regions and with the various manufacturing facilities. Okay, that's all for today's class. If you don't understand, you can message me at any time you want. Okay, that's all from today. That's all for me. Have a good day.